Hello, this is Elizabeth, and I'm making a video about my favorite books. I just realized how much I look down while I'm making videos. I don't look at the camera very well. I'm sorry. I'll try to do that better during this video, even though I'll be looking. I love reading a lot, and I've been able to do it more again lately, which is good. So I'm just gonna jump on into it. I'll show you my books, tell you why I love them. And first, most important, is Lord of the Rings. The entire Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit, and all of them. I'm just showing one of them, obviously, though, because that's easier, which is The Fellowship of the Ring. I love Lord of the Rings so much. It's so special to me. And I'm trying to keep track of the things in my brain that I wanted to say about it. One of the things that's really amazing about the series is, like, you go into it with a very basic plot point, but it builds on itself so well. There's so many other things that come into play, and they're never even, like, officially introduced. You just realize them by the end, and the story, like, goes from this big to this big very well, and you don't even realize it happening until it, like, crescendos all the way to the end, and then it stops and you're like, whew. It's amazing. I love all the descriptions of nature. That's something that puts off a lot of people, from what I understand, is how much Tolkien was really into the trees and was very descriptive when it came to that, but I really love it. It's something that's special to me. I love all the characters. I love the mythology. I love the very timeless themes of friendship and everything. That's just one of them. My brain's going a little, you know. It's just amazing. It's so special to me. I love it. Okay. I dropped it. It's on the floor now. I'm sorry, Frodo. Okay. Next is Moon Over Manifest by Claire Vanderpool. Apparently, this is one that I think a lot of people read in their classes in middle school. I didn't. I know the rest of my class did. I don't know where I was when that was happening. But I did end up reading it. And now it's one of my very favorite books. I like to read it a lot. I like to reread it all the time. It's very special. It's one of those books that I'm always like, I love this book so much, but I can't quite place what it is that I love about it. And then when I read it, I'm like, oh yes, this is it. And then I get to the end, I sob, and then I go on, and the cycle repeats. I love the setting. I love the writing. It is a very poignant book. That's the best way I can describe it. It's very cathartic for me. I recommend it a lot. I love it so much. It's easy to read because, like I said, a lot of classes read it in middle school. But it's amazing, I think, no matter how old you are. I love it. I love it a lot. I'm going to be saying that about all of these because it is my favorite books, you know. Next is The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I'm probably not saying that right because I hate French. I love this book so much. Also, isn't my cover of it, my copy of it, gorgeous? It's old. It has a note in the beginning from someone that got it. It's amazing. I love it so much. I love the illustrations. This book is just, like, honestly, it's like poetry, even though it's not written in poetry. It's a prose book. It's wonderful. I love it a lot. It is so special. And I love the illustrations. Look at that. Isn't that ridiculous? I can't articulate it, but people that have read it and know it, they know what I'm saying. If you haven't read it, I do recommend it a lot. I love it. Okay, they're all going on to bed now. Next is another very younger reader one, which is Louisiana's Way Home by Kate DiCamillo. It's a sequel to Raymie Nightingale by Kate DiCamillo, which I didn't know that book existed because it was like hidden at my library, and I guess I didn't read the inside of this all the way, and see that it was a sequel. So I just went into it on my own. I love it so much. I love Raymie Nightingale too now, though. I don't even know where to begin. I love the main character, Louisiana. I love her narration. Loud. We're very similar, I think, in our thoughts and the way we can articulate things. I relate to Louisiana a lot, and I think it's a wonderful story. It's in 1977. The main character is autistic, whether Miss Kate knows it or not. I can tell. And it's very special about family and not knowing what it is, not knowing where you are and what home is. It's a wonderful, wonderful story. It's very, very special to me. I love it a lot, a lot. Okay, next is Watership Down by Richard Adams. I'm not very good at remembering author names sometimes. It's about rabbits. If you don't know, it's about rabbits. But it's way more interesting than you think it'll be when you hear about a book about rabbits. Has an incredible mythology. I love the characters. It's wonderful. And it's a book about rabbits. And it's amazing how the mythology comes into play with these rabbits, because it is done in a way that there was a lot of research about real rabbits. It's all the rabbits in nature. But it has, like, magical elements. It's really, really amazing. I love it a lot. It can be very intense. I love the characters. I just think it's great. I love it. This is my last book. And it is A Swiftly Tilting Planet by Madeleine L'Engle, from the same series as the book A Wrinkle in Time, which is very popular. I wish that the rest of the series was too, because this one is definitely the best. This is the third book. It's very, very good. So if you don't know, the Wrinkle in Time series is science fiction in a much different way than science fiction is usually thought of. It's not about robots and aliens in outer space. It is about the way that magic and science can work together. It also has religious allegories, which are not too in your face. So if you're not religious, it's still very good to read. This book is just incredible. There's different stories across like 1,000 years coming together, and it's very interesting. Again, mythology, like as in literal mythology from history coming into it, and it makes me cry a lot. It's very, very good. It's just written beautifully, and I think that everyone should read it, because I think that everyone will like it. Okay, that's all of them. I want to look at them together though, because you can't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes the covers look real nice. And these ones, they all kind of look nice together, I think. There's a color scheme going on. I laughed a lot in this video. I'm laughing at myself because I think I sound silly. I'm sorry. It can probably be a little annoying though. But I love all of these books so much. And if you have read them and you want to agree with me, tell me in the comments if you read them and you hate them. Don't tell me, please, because that's not very nice or constructive. Goodbye.